Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever it is you are across the globe, and hope we're all doing great. Okay, I am here once again to fulfill my promise on my previous post about the mind because I promised us that I will still elaborate more on the issue of the mindset. Okay, quick one without wasting our time. The mind is a very powerful tool. In fact, the mind is a world on its own. Do you get? People that study about the mind will tell you how powerful the mind is. For you to achieve anything, it must start from your mindset. The mind is a world of its own. For you to get to a certain level, it must start from the mind. For you to fail, it must start from the mind. For you to succeed, it must start from the mind. The mind is like how will I call it? It's like I don't know how to put it, but everything starts from the mind. Have you ever wondered most times if you think about something, the person might call you or you see the person? That's the power of the mind. Whatever it is you think of, start from within. That is why you shouldn't allow negatives to dwell mostly in your mind because they will come, negatives will come. Negative thoughts, it will come, it is bound to happen. Do you get? But if it comes, try to push it to the being. Don't even dwell on it. Because the mind has the power to manufacture whatever it is that comes into it, whether negative or positive. That's the power of the mind. I think the mind is the most powerful instrument you can have as a person. So it can whatever it is that comes into it. Most times it will be as if it doesn't filter anything. But whatever it is that comes into the mind, it manufactures without even your notice, without even your permission. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. So the battle of this life, mostly it is won from the mind first. That is why people will tell you if you can think about it, you can become what you think. Greatness starts from the mind. Poverty. Let me not even dwell on that. I don't want to go to that, push that narrative. Because I'm a very positive person. Greatness starts from the mind. If you're sick now and you have a very strong mind, most times they will bring psychologists to you. They will tell you, okay, let's talk to you. You know, she needs people to talk to her so that she'll be very strong in mind. Maybe they've given every medication they could. So what is left now is to feed your mindset. Because most people will be dying, they'll be telling you they are very strong. But within, they know they are dying. I know of so many cases, people, on their sick bed, you will see that the person is dying. But the person will keep telling you, don't worry, nothing is happening. You will now be thinking, where does this person get this kind of strength from? Physically, he or she is very weak. Medically, he's very weak. Organs are failing, everything. But their mind is very strong. And most times, they come out of those things. And you begin to think, how were they able to do it? That's the power of the mind. The mind can harness whatever it is you put into it. It is a world of its own. It is a very powerful virtue. If you have a very strong mind, if you have a very positive mind, that's why you have to be careful whatever it is you allow into your mind. You have to be careful the places you go to, people you talk to, people that talk to you, what you engage in. These are the things that helps to build your mind. The people you meet, where you go to, the books you read, the things you feed yourself, what you hear from people. I think that's the easiest factor of the mind. Easiest way to trick the mind. What you hear, what comes into your ears, it will just come boom. You won't even know it has gone to your mind. and settled there. The next is the results. The mind is so powerful that if I begin to talk about the mind, I have so many teachings about the mind. I think I would unveil them as time goes on, because this mindset of a thing is not something we can talk about just on a daily or just a day. No, it's a gradual thing. It's very vast. It's an everyday thing. It's not something that we'll just talk about and it will end there. No, because as you're growing, as you're living your life, you'll be experiencing the power of the mind. So you can see it's not something that just happens like that. It's something that you grow with, your experiences. Do you get? So if your mind is very strong, you can't be manipulated. You can't be moved by unnecessary things. Develop your mind. How can you develop your mind? Read good books on mind the people you interact with, mind the places you go to, mind what you do. Be disciplined. It's not something that will happen a day or a night. No, it's something that it takes a very gradual process. It's not something that happens magically. No, it took me years to train my mind, and I'm still training it. It comes with even experiences. I know most of the battles I've won, the battles of my life. I know that 80% of it was as I think my mind aided to the positive results. I'm telling you, I prayed, I fasted, I did all sort of things. All those things, yes, works very well. Prayer works too. But you see the mind, after you finish praying, fasting, and your mind is still down, it doesn't make sense. Do you get? Mind is the battlefield. It is where the battle is drawn. If you've won in the mind, you can win anywhere. Life is not all that rosy. You can't even have it all. You can't. So build your mind. Train your mind. Keep training. Don't falter. Keep training your mind. I'm just doing introduction, because as time goes on, we are going to go into the series about the mind. I'll talk about the mind, because most people I've met, they have their mind is not really grown, even aged people. It is not something about age. You can be an adult and you can be a baby at the mind. So it's not something that, you tell me, okay, you've attained this particular age. Do you know how many years I am? My mind is so, no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. It's a deliberate effort. You have to train your mind deliberately. It's a conscious effort. You put in your own effort consciously. You think it's not working. There is something that will happen unconsciously. You know that you've gotten a grip of yourself. Now be like, was I the one that just did this thing? So I'm really strong. Something about the mind, if you're training your mind, it will be as if nothing is happening. When you will know you've really gone far in your training is when something happens. Do you get? And you'll see how your mind will react unconsciously, because you've been training it. You don't think like others anymore. You don't think negative. You don't think low. Everything is a possibility for you. Do you know, I really believe that I can't achieve. Do you know, most times if people tell me that this thing is not possible, I find it very difficult to believe. I'll not be like, I'll not be like, in my mind I've processed it. I've processed the results. And believe you, it is how I process it, it is how everything will keep happening. I used to gain weight before. I used to be a very slim person. But at the point I noticed that I started gaining weight, I'm not like, in my mind I processed, I don't want to gain weight. No matter what I eat, I'll eat right. I don't eat anyhow. I'll eat right, but I don't want to go into weight loss or anything. Do you know, since then till now, I've maintained that moderate shape. I don't do anything. I just eat good food, drink my water, do my exercise whenever I am chanced. Do you get? And it has been like that because I've already programmed my mind that whatever it is I eat, I won't even grow fat. And it has been working for me like that. I might be sick now. I've already programmed my mind. This is just a phase. If I just take so medications, or if I just do so things, it will stop. I'll forget about it. That is how everything will just go. Or maybe I'm sick, maybe my leg is paining me and I want to do some things, maybe choreography or want to dance and it's still hurting me. And I'll be like, don't worry, you will stay here for a long time. It will stop me from dancing. And you will see me dancing. You won't even know I'm having leg pain. Because I've already programmed my mind that nothing will stop me. If you program your mind, it's not the absence of things happening to you. No. Things will happen to you, but you bounce back. You won't even know how you bounce back. That is the power of the mind. Life is lived from inside than outside. That is how life is. You live it from inside. What is inside of you will determine how far you will go outside. You can't be a baby at the mind and you tell me you achieve big things. No, it doesn't work like that. It is nature. The power of the mind. In my next episode, I will tell us the characteristics of powerful minds, and what you will do and what you won't do, how you train your mind. It's a series, but I will take it gradually. It's a gradual process. We're not rushing anywhere. So in my next episode, my next teaching, I will elaborate more on the power of the mind. And you will notice that the mind goes with the mental states. These things are intertwined. So if you know this one, you know this one, to keep opening you up to realities of life. It doesn't just stop at the mindset only. And the more you go deep into the knowledge of the power of the mind, the more you will be opened up to things you need to know about your person, even your personality, your attributes, what you don't even know you can do. That is the mind. The more you train your mind, it will open you up to the universe. So in my next episode, I promise you we'll do it. I will tell you some things and we'll share it and we'll see how it goes from there. So my people, I wish you all a happy new month, 2023, November. This is 2nd November, 2023. So I wish you all the best. The remaining days of this year, it will be very awesome and great. Our heart desires will be met and it will met. So I wish us all well. Okay, this is it for today's episode. I will leave you guys to tidy up some things. It is all about life. Don't forget, life and its gimmicks. Life is a beautiful thing. So see you all next time.